I'm going to show you a story which we might call the tale of two cities, or the tale of two police forces, or the tale of two police forces dealing with people of differing ethnic origins. Whether one has to do with the other, I'll leave you to decide that. I'm Granniopteryx. Okay, so the video that is playing behind here, I'm keeping the sound off, but it really doesn't matter what they're saying. I want you to look at the body language. These are policemen. They've had a complaint from probably Jewish people. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it must be. It says they were anonymous. And the guy who's taking the video is a Muslim of some sort, and apparently he was involved in a Twitter spat or a LinkedIn spat with these two other people who he describes as having ganged up on him to these policemen. Now, look at the policemen themselves. One of them has an umbrella. Another one's, you see this sort of open look. I'm not a body language expert. I can't speak authoritatively, just from experience. These are people who are being conciliatory. And in a little while, you'll see even more examples of that. What happened? There was this argument online between this Muslim guy, whoever he was, and these two other people who I think were probably Jews. And they apparently made a complaint to the police, this is in London, that he was threatening, he was saying he was going to kill them or bomb them or something. He may very well not have done that. I'm not accusing him of that. I'm showing you how the police are approaching this. He says he denies having said any such thing. He was just complaining about the plight of the Gazan civilians, and that he was being a humanitarian by the position he was taking. Now, look at the police. Did you notice that sort of open hand, they're asking him to sign some sort of, you see that? Yeah. This is a prayer position, isn't it? It's a comfort position, and it's a non-aggressive position. It's a position saying, look, you can see my hands. I'm not going to do anything with them that would harm you, isn't he? He's asking him to sign a document. Oh, you see here, look at me, not harmful, open hands. He is begging him almost to make a statement that he got involved with these guys in an argument online, but he hadn't actually made any threats. He might not have made any threats. That's not what I'm saying. They don't know that. And look how they're talking to him. I'm carrying on because this other guy here, you see the same sort of thing. They're well back from the doorstep, and they're keeping their distance, and they're nodding their heads and listening to him, and sort of showing how they're being very polite. Look at the polite expression on the face of the man at the bearded guy at the front, the hand rubbing. Yeah, they are in every way being conciliatory. Let's keep on looking. And it takes a while. It takes a while. And I'm showing you this because I want... look at the other fellow. Again, same thing. Same thing. Prayer position, submission. Yeah. I mean, that's what the prayer position is. It's submission. When the lord of the night or whatever was sitting on the, some sort of dais or throne or whatever, the knight would put his hands like that. The lord would put his hands over those hands as a sign that the other person was subservient, and they are doing exactly this. And you see the nervousness they have, that there, you know, rolling his hands around. I do wish that wouldn't be there. Rolling his hand around. See how this guy is poking his finger at them. I'm not suggesting he's being aggressive with them, but the dominant position is his, the one who's poking the finger, and the other ones who are standing back and rubbing their hands and holding their hands open, and, you know, sort of this sort of open attitude of politeness and conciliatory behaviour. And I'm Granniopteryx, interrupting myself to remind you to click the like button. Also, to share and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, click the bell so you're going to get notifications. All the links to donation sites and my other channels are in the description, but the best way you can help my channel is to click the like and subscribe. Okay, back to A Tale of Two Cities. So he won't go out or let them in to sign the document, so they have to do it there on the doorstep, which is his right. I'm not suggesting he did do anything wrong or that he is doing anything wrong now. I am merely asking you to pay attention to the body language of the... Can you see that sort of, look, I'm a reasonable man type of attitude? The conciliatory and subservient and polite and distant body language of the police. Now, why am I talking about this? It does go on a bit more. I found this on Twitter. I'm not even sure I took the address of it now, but if I did, I'll put it in the description. Right, so these policemen very politely asking this fellow, were you saying you supported Hamas and you wanted to kill Jews or any whatever they'd accused him of? Ah, it's finished. And as I say, I don't know if he said anything nasty, and I don't know if he did any wrong. It doesn't look like he did. I'm talking about the way the police are approaching this. Now, you may remember that just a few videos ago, I made reference to a Jewish blogger in the Midlands who was making fun of Sadiq Khan, basically. He didn't threaten Sadiq Khan, so far as I know. He wasn't making threats against Khan, he was lampooning him. But these police in the Midlands were sent to talk to this man, and he happened to have a camera outside his front door. And this is what happened to him. This guy, by the way, is a fellow called Chowdhury, and he is a member of the Met Police's Racial and Religious Hatred Unit. At least that's what he was at that time. This is about 3 years ago. Yeah, 2019. Just a minute. So it's only water. And this is how they approached this guy in the Midlands. Now you see how he's standing there and prowling on the doorstep. This is another attitude. Let's just carry on. And he's waiting for his mates to come along. Oh, here they come. And they come with bolt cutters and open the door. They break the lock of the door. And then they break into his house. And you see the attitude of the police there. There's no conciliation. This is all piling up against the doorstep, and you see aggressive attitude. Just look at them all there. Yeah, and then they bash the door in. Now, this man at the time, he was trying to talk to them through the answer phone. It wasn't like, answer phone, whatever communication device he had on the door. It wasn't as if he wasn't talking to them. I've been trying to find him. I went to his blog and sent him a message to ask what happened after he'd been arrested, but I didn't. Here's the conciliation. Right. Yeah, there goes the door, and they just pile in. Look at them all there. One man and his wife and 4-year-old son in there. Look at those guys. And there is a difference between the way these police approached this man and the way those police approached the first person, is there not? And we have to ask why. Just look at all of this. So I mentioned this in respect of Lawrence Fox's arrest, which was a similar sort of thing. All those people over one obviously non-dangerous individual. I mean, if there'd have been a hostage situation there or whatever, then fair enough. But this is something else, isn't it? You wonder if those police were being polite to that guy in London because he was a Muslim and they had to feel... Now, I'm not suggesting it was... I'm not suggesting it was so much racism in this situation as the fact that that Muslim man could start a riot. And that Jewish man there wasn't going to start any riots. But it was so internalised that I'm sure they weren't aware of the grovelling submission they were showing. And these guys, I'm pretty sure that they were aware that they were bullying a lone single householder with a family in the house. And I think it's pretty disgusting. Well, what do you think? Okay, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.